Hello. So, for question one, something that caught my interest was how all of Esther, or many of Esther's customers, would tell their deepest and darkest secrets to Esther, who's merely just a seamstress that they don't really have much connection with. For number two, one value that I think is being represented in this play is religion. So, Mr. Marx is a Jewish man, and in Judaism, you know, you're not allowed to be touched by another woman who you're not related to or not married to. So in the play, Mr. Marx gets uncomfortable when Esther tries to make physical contact with him. Another value I see being represented is social class. So Esther works with clients from many social classes, no matter what, such as Mame, who is a sex worker who's not really high up in social class or in wealth, to Mrs. Van Buren, who is a very rich socialite, very high up in the social class. Number three, something that I didn't really understand at first was actually the title, Intimate Apparel. But as I kept reading, I I more saw it as an ironic title because Esther, is a seamstress. She makes apparels for her customers, but she can't really seem to have any type of intimate relationship with anyone she comes across. She doesn't really get any physical or emotional connection with anyone. She can't really seem to get intimate. For number four, I believe that this play seems to reinforce the stereotype of social classes, whereas in the play you see Mrs. Van Buren is a very white or is a white female who's very wealthy, while Mame is a social or is a sex worker or an African American sex worker who is, I would say, not really that wealthy, lower in the social class compared to Mrs. Van Buren, who is very high up in the social class. Number five, yes, I believe stereotypes still exist about African Americans, such as like a stereotype that has to do with crime. Most people, when a crime is brought up, they think of an African American, and stereotypes that have to do with wealth. Most people think that African Americans tend to be more poor compared to their counterparts, which is, I believe, is totally false. Number six, some questions. Or my first question is, why doesn't Esther look for another partner after George? And my second question is, why do all of Esther's customers share their deepest and darkest secrets with her?